Hello from me, Lazarus. We continue with the next lesson of the course on Lazarus IDE. In fact, this will be the last lesson of the free course, Chapter 12, Console Applications. Open the PDF file. A console application is a program that does not have a graphical interface and works in text mode in a black and white console. Commands in such a program are entered from the keyboard. The output of console applications is displayed on the screen in text mode. As an example of work, we can see the console in Windows. It is called here. In the search field of the Start menu, we write the command cmd. And the console appears. And now here we can enter commands on the MS-DOS operating system. In the Lazarus IDE we can create a console application in several ways. Now I will use the following way, from the project menu. Select New Project and then Program. Here I will show it in Lazarus IDE. From the project menu we select New Project and then Program. So, a new empty program opens, in which we see the following, and in fact we are working between the lines begin and end, where for example we will write the following code, Hello World. Now, here I have also written how to do it, if we want it to be in Bulgarian. So, basically when we run the program, we'll see this Hello World in the console, but when it's in Bulgarian or another language we'll only see these symbols. And, in order to write in Cyrillic and have the inscription visible in Cyrillic, the following must be done: close the program, right-click on the mouse. Where our code is, select File Settings, Encoding and select the code page CP1251, this is the Cyrillic code page. If there is a problem with this page, we can choose the other option CP866, which is used for Russian language. Here's how it works in practice: select File Settings, Encoding and select, for example, our CP1251 Bulgarian page. So, then the following dialog window appears. We select the Change File option and we should now see the inscription in Cyrillic in the console. So, everything is fine. Let's look at another example, where we have a slightly more complex code. I put it in the example separately, like the text file. So here, in general terms we're introducing an array with different rows and columns, and different elements. Then you make one like this here and you enter rows and columns, then you enter the elements with a loop. Interesting program, it's not very complicated, but for us, well, as beginners it's still complicated. So, now we need to enter the array's dimension and its elements, and finally the program will sum the elements. We input some sample data, numbers that should be into this array, and it should eventually output such a label. Let's see it in. Lazarus IDE, we open it, you see now here, we have no form, we have nothing in the object inspector. And actually our code is just here. Here, actually, here are our variables, and here is the actual code that we looked at a moment ago. We compile and run the program, and here we need to enter the number of rows and columns, for example 2 rows and 3 columns. And now we need to enter the specific elements. We enter for example the following numbers, and you see that the program calculates the sum of these elements. That's all for this lesson, and with that we end our free course on Lazarus IDE. So, the next database lessons will be part of the paid course. Here is the table of contents and the literature used. That's all for this lesson. Best regards.